Have you ever felt like modern dating is, I don't know, some kind of secret language you never quite learned?
Yeah, or like the rules, quote unquote, of attraction have just completely changed under our feet.
Exactly. Well, if
You
that
know,
sounds familiar, this deep dive is definitely for you. Today, we're plunging into Not Your Mother's Rules, The New Secrets for Dating by Ellen Fain and Sherry Schneider.
hmm,
Our mission to really pull out the key nuggets, the surprising bits, and the actionable insights from this book. It's sometimes pretty controversial, actually.
it can be.
We want to give you a shortcut to understanding its, let's say, unique approach to modern romance, from texting to, setting boundaries.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is that it's a follow-up to their original book, The Rules,
Hmm.
from, gosh, nearly 2 decades ago.
Right.
And they've adapted that core philosophy for the digital age.
Mm.
So social media, texting, it's all in there. And it directly challenges a lot of, well, common assumptions we make about dating today.
Mhm.
It really asks you to take a step back.
Okay, so let's dig into the heart of it then. The book kicks off with some pretty direct questions, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, very blunt.
Like, are you tired of just casual hookups? Spending Saturday nights alone? Do you look around and wonder why some women seem to find partners so easily, even if they aren't, objectively prettier or smarter or nicer?
And the big one, do you suspect maybe you're doing something wrong?
Hmm. Hits a nerve for some, I bet.
Well, the authors say they wrote this precisely because the how-to of finding and keeping a partner isn't really taught anywhere.
That's true.
And they mentioned there was real demand. Women of all ages, even mothers looking for advice for their daughters, were apparently asking for an update.
Interesting.
And the absolute foundation, the core premise,
Yeah.
is that men and women are, quote, not the same romantically. That's central.
And they really double down on that, don't they? They claim men are extremely visual.
Extremely visual, yes.
Yeah.
And that they know who they like instantaneously.
Yeah, instantaneously.
And that physical attraction is, and I quote, everything for a guy.
Everything. That seems strong.
It is strong. They use examples like Leonardo DiCaprio having a weakness for tall, willowy blondes,
Okay.
or A-Rod preferring cute blondes with killer bodies. The point being, men have a definite type.
Right. A type. Whereas women, they say?
Women, according to the book, can grow to like a guy who is funny or successful.
Hmm.
So it's presented as a fundamental difference.
Gotcha.
And that difference, they argue, is why the rules exist in the first place. They call them an ageless, timeless recipe for romantic relationships.
A recipe.
Yeah, follow it and he'll be crazy about you. Break the rules.
Heartache.
Heartache. That's the promise and the warning. But crucially, they add this disclaimer. The rules are for women who want them, not for women who need them.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, they imply it's for women who've been burned badly and hit rock bottom, those who feel like nothing else is working.
So it's a choice born out of frustration, maybe.
That seems to be the implication.
And this leads us to that core concept, the CUAO.
Yes, the creature unlike any other. CUAO.
Right. What defines this creature? Is it about being gorgeous?
Not primarily, no. It's really about confidence and self-esteem. Deep down confidence.
Okay.
A CUAO isn't anxious or jealous or negative or cynical. She still believes in love, even after bad breakups. Doesn't put herself down.
That sounds healthy, actually.
It does. She's optimistic, doesn't complain, especially on dates. That's a big one.
No complaining on dates. Noted.
And critically, she doesn't chase guys.
Hmm.
She has this innate belief that whoever likes her will go after her.
So she waits.
She waits. She's cool and patient, lets him make the first move. Always. Which, flies in the face of a lot of modern advice about taking initiative.
Absolutely. Okay, so if the CUAO waits, how does that actually work? Especially now with texting, social media, all that.
Well, that brings us straight to rule number 3.
Yeah.
Don't talk to or text a guy first.
Never.
According to the book, never initiate contact first. Doing so shows interest and, crucially, goes against the natural order of dating.
The natural order. I can already hear people bristling at that one.
Oh, I'm sure. And they get specific. It's not just about avoiding a big, obvious, hey, want to go out.
Right.
It includes even an innocent hi. Or asking a guy for help with your computer. Or throwing a Super Bowl party just hoping he'll show up, even if you hate football.
Well, okay. They have examples.
They do. They talk about Abby, who texted sure when to a vague last-minute invite.
Yeah.
He never followed up. Ghosted. Then there's Amber, who spent ages crafting the perfect Facebook message inviting a guy to a party.
Well, let me guess.
He came to the party and still didn't pursue her afterwards.
Ouch.
The core message is pretty stark. You could stand next to him all day at the gym, but he will eventually find the girl he likes and walk over to her.
So proximity doesn't matter if he hasn't already decided.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
You say, guys, don't need you to tap him on the shoulder or even glance in their direction. Even a shy guy will figure out a way.
How?
Ask a mutual friend, find some excuse.
Mm.
So the advice is pretend not to notice him at all.
Pretend not to notice him. Why?
To avoid being, quote, typecast is easy.
Okay. That's a lot to process. Now, part of the CUAO thing is also appearance, right? Rules 1 and 2.
Yes, looking the part is definitely included. They don't pull punches there either.
Oh, so.
Quote, men want to feel like they are dating a model or celebrity, so look like one.
Seriously, look like a celebrity.
Well, they offer practical tips. Smart investments, like a chunky gold watch, hoop earrings, big sunglasses, the au courant bag. Basically, copy celebrity style within your budget.
And they think this works.
They call these tried and true accessories for the last 20 years. But it's not just about looks for looks' sake. It links back to confidence.
Ah, okay. Feeling good helps you project that CUAO vibe.
Exactly. But they do add an important caveat. Don't wait until you have the perfect body to start dating or go to events.
That's good.
Instead, work on yourself while dating. They give examples like Courtney and Nikki, who struggled with weight and dating. When they focused on health, their confidence grew and their dating lives improved.
So it's about self-improvement, but not putting your life on hold.
Precisely.
Okay, so we've got the non-initiation, the look. But how does this hard-to-get thing translate to, like, texting? Everyone expects instant replies now.
Ah, yes. Rule number 6 addresses that directly. Wait at least 4 hours to answer a guy's first text and a minimum of 30 minutes thereafter.
4 hours for the first text.
4 hours minimum for the first one from him, then at least 30 minutes for subsequent texts from him.
Why? Is it just about playing games?
They say it's not about being impossible or rude, but about creating anticipation.
Hmm.
And interestingly, they acknowledge that because the original rules are so well known, some guys might suspect game playing if you wait too long. So there's a balance.
Is there proof this works?
They offer Brittany's story. She waited the 4 hours, then 30 minutes for later texts, kept it brief, led directly to him asking her out for Saturday night. They also stress limiting the whole text exchange, like 15 minutes total or maybe 10 messages back and forth.
To force the issue.
Exactly. Force him to actually ask you out. If he just texts and texts without making plans.
He's a time waster.
That's their term. Okay, that's a clear line. What about social media? Facebook, Instagram? It's all about being visible.
Right, and that clashes directly with the rules. They cover this in rules 9 and 10. Rarely right on his wall. And stay away from his Facebook profile.
So what's the conflict?
They state it plainly. Facebook is all about being an open book, but the rules are all about being a challenge and an enigma.
Opposing forces.
Completely. So the tips are, never friend a guy you like first. Ever. If he friends you, wait 24 to 48 hours before accepting.
To seem busy.
To seem busy, yes. And rarely write on his wall. That includes liking posts, tagging him. It's all deemed too obvious.
No liking his posts.
Wow. And absolutely no Facebook stalking. Don't ever mention something you saw on his profile in conversation.
Why not? Seems natural.
Makes you sound like a stalker, according to the book. They tell Brooke's story. She saw her long-distance boyfriend's Facebook pics skiing with other girls. Oh, no. What did she do?
The advice was, don't mention it. Say nothing.
And what happened?
A few days later, he booked a ticket to come see her.
Huh. Interesting outcome. Any other social media rules?
Yeah. Don't friend his friends or family first. If an ex dumps you, defriend or block him. They use Amy's story about breaking the cycle of checking his page. And for Twitter, keep your account protected. Don't follow him first. Wait to accept his follow and avoid tweets that are mundane, negative, or all about relationships. Keep it mysterious.
Okay, so the theme is definitely mystery, restraint, which ties into Rule 13, right? Don't talk too much in the first few weeks.
Exactly. Keep it light. They say new guys should only know a few facts about you initially.
Just a few.
Yeah. No bearing your soul. Dates are not therapy sessions.
Why not? Isn't vulnerability good?
They argue that intensity early on will scare a guy away. Keep it light.
So what topics are off limits?
Big ones. Love, marriage, engagement, wedding, babies. Also childhood traumas, detailed past relationship sagas, or anything really unflattering about your life.
Got it. Keep it positive. Keep it brief. Leave him wanting more.
That's the essence of it.
Okay, so if you're doing all this, being mysterious, not initiating, controlling communication, how does this actually lead to commitment? What about, actually seeing the guy?
Well, Rule 14 covers that. Don't see a guy more than once or twice a week for the first month.
Only once or twice a week, even if you really like him and he seems keen?
Especially then, perhaps. They argue that even though guys might come on strong, familiarity breeds contempt, whereas absence makes the heart grow fonder.
The old adage.
Yep. They tell Juliana's story. She was actually unemployed, totally free.
Okay.
But she told the guy she was dating she was crazy busy all week.
Even though she wasn't.
Right. He assumed she had other dates, got competitive, and asked her to be exclusive after only 3 dates.
Wow. Because she seemed unavailable.
Apparently, he even introduced her to friends, saying, "This is the girl I told you about who wouldn't see me." It worked, in her case.
That's quite a strategy. Now, what about bigger life stuff? Does the relationship dictate your choices?
Absolutely not, according to Rule 20. Don't choose a college or job or relocate because of a guy.
That sounds like solid advice. Rules or no rules?
It really does. They use Isabella's story as a warning. She moved for a guy before any real commitment.
Yeah.
He got complacent about marriage. She ended up depressed and angry, feeling like she wasted a year of her life.
Oh, that's tough.
But then they contrast it with Emily. She didn't let her high school boyfriend dictate her college choice.
What happened there?
He ended up transferring to her school later and proposed after graduation. The message is clear.
Yeah.
Keep your own path, your own priorities.
Maintain independence. Makes sense. Okay, the book also talks about avoiding bad news, right? The buyer beware guys, Rule 23.
Yes, identifying red flags early is crucial.
So what kind of guys fall into this buyer beware category?
But several types. Guys who break up with you easily for any reason. The book says they'll just do it again.
Okay, instability.
Right. Guys who just want to be friends after you've been intimate. They call that demoting you.
Demoting, ouch.
Guys who cancel dates more than once. Flakes. Or guys who don't follow through, like Jill's date who just forgot they had plans.
That's just rude.
Then there are extra work guys, like Joey, who made Haley meet him way downtown, that just talked about his ex the whole time.
Ugh, no thanks.
Also, guys who constantly talk about other women, obviously. Addicts. Guys with ulterior motives, like gold diggers.
Standard red flags, really.
Emergency standards, yeah. But also guys who get controlling or demanding, like getting angry if they don't see you all the time or complaining about how fast you text back. They mentioned Caitlin's story with a CPA like that.
Possessiveness.
And a big one.
Yeah.
Guys who don't ask you out for Saturday night, always making lame excuses. They use Hannah's example for that. Saturday night is seen as prime dating time.
Interesting. What about cheating?
They briefly touch on it. Advise against immediate confrontation. Gather evidence first. But the underlying tone is often, once a cheater, always a cheater, although they suggest a rules relationship might offer some protection against it.
Right. The book also gets into personal safety and self-respect, doesn't it? Like drinking, sexting.
Yes, very important. Rule 21. Don't get wasted on dates or at parties.
That's full advice.
They point out the risks, embarrassment, but more seriously, date rape. They stress watching your drink, using buddy system, basic safety.
Good reminders. And sexting, Rule 25.
A hard no. They call it foolish, inappropriate, and dangerous.
Why dangerous?
Because anything digital can be shared. It can leave you completely humiliated. They mentioned Kara's college story, where a naked photo she sent went viral.
Oh, awful. A definite risk.
Absolutely. And Rule 26. No booty calls.
What's the rule there?
Simple. No answer. Ignore them completely. They're seen as an insult and will not lead to real romance or the closeness you actually want.
Just ignore, don't even engage.
Exactly.
Okay, that leads us to maybe the most sensitive topic. Physical intimacy. Rule 27, don't sleep with a guy too soon.
Yes. The core idea here is strategic waiting. Making guys wait is supposed to help them fall in love with you, your soul, and your essence, not just your body.
So how long is too soon? What's the timeline?
They suggest a progression. Casual kissing is okay on the first date. French kissing maybe the second date. By the third or fourth date, you can make out a little more.
Very specific.
It is. And if he pressures you before you're ready,
What do you say?
the suggested line is, "I'd like to, but I'm not ready."
And if he gets angry?
Then he's not the guy for you. Simple as that. His reaction is a test.
Is it about waiting for marriage?
Not necessarily. They clarify that. But they also warn against waiting too long, interestingly.
Why?
It might attract guys with very low sex drives or guys who aren't really into sex at all, so there's a balance again. And also, never withhold sex to punish him. That's a definite no-no.
Okay, lots of nuance there. Now, shifting gears a bit, what if things don't work out? Breakups happen. How does the book advise you handle that? Rule 30.
Their advice is, well, blunt again. Start dating ASAP.
ASAP, like immediately.
They mean tonight or tomorrow, not a month or 5 months from now.
Wow, no grieving period.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
They frame it as the best revenge is getting all dolled up and meeting new guys who think you are fabulous.
So use new dates as a distraction and confidence boost.
Seems like it. And they make an interesting point. Being still a bit emotionally involved with their broken relationship can actually make you seem more of a challenge to a new guy.
Huh. That's counterintuitive.
It is. And echoing the social media rules, don't post about your ex or your heartbreak online. They use Ashley's story as an example of looking angry and pathetic. Also, don't reach out to his family or friends. Just move on. Clean break.
Makes sense. But what about persistence? You are putting yourself out there, going to events, dating online, following the rules, but nothing's happening. You haven't met anyone you're crazy about. That's got to be frustrating.
Absolutely. And they address this in the FAQ section. People ask, how do you keep going when you have nothing to show for it?
Yeah, what's the answer?
They compare it to job hunting or going to the gym. You don't stop looking until you are hired. You just keep at it.
So, pure persistence.
Pretty much. Make meeting available men part of your routine, rain or shine, once or twice a week. Just keep showing up.
Any specific advice for, say, mature women?
Yes. Quite specific and maybe a bit stereotypical.
Mm.
Don't stay home with a book, knitting, or your flat screen.
Ooh, okay.
And be youthful about your attitude and appearance. They even suggest things like longer hair and hot outfits. Basically, don't act your age in a way that takes you out of the dating pool.
Right. Stay engaged, stay visible. Okay, one last question from the FAQ that feels important. Is it ever okay to actually ask a guy what his intentions are?
Yes. They say it's fine, really, to ask for clarity after a reasonable amount of time.
Phew. Okay, and what if he dodges the question?
If he changes the subject, makes excuses.
Mm-hmm.
The advice is firm. Suggest taking a break.
A break.
Yeah. Tell him to call you when he's ready to commit. Put the ball back in his court.
Wow. That takes guts.
It does. It stems from their belief that a guy usually knows in the first few dates if he can see himself marrying you or not. The rest of the relationship is just a lot of details.
He knows that early.
According to Fain and Schneider, yes. It's a very decisive view of male commitment.
Okay. Well, we have covered a lot of ground, some really powerful, often quite counterintuitive strategies from Not Your Mother's Rules. It's definitely a unique playbook.
It really is. And, the book states quite powerfully at one point, the rules protect you from yourself.
Protect you from yourself.
Yeah. Which brings up, I think, a really interesting question for you, the listener, to consider after this deep dive. In a world that really champions spontaneity, openness, equality in dating,
Yeah.
how much of this kind of self-discipline and, let's be honest, strategic behavior that the rules advocate for, how much of that is truly empowering for you personally?
Right.
And how much might it, perhaps inadvertently, get in the way of forming a truly genuine organic connection? Where's that line for you?
That is a great question to sit with, finding that personal balance. Well, thank you for joining us on this fascinating deep dive. We really encourage you to keep exploring and figure out what truly works best for you in your own dating journey.